I suggest just eating according to my range. But let's put it objectively. It doesn't mean that I can't eat more than twice. Is it bad? It's not just my suggestion to you that it's a safe range. It's not a big problem for anyone to eat like this. Do I understand from a safety point of view? If you are a big weight, can you say that I can't eat 2.5 times? In fact, it's okay. You told me, Lao Lei, that I am a strength trainer. I've been strength training for a few years, and you can't do it if you exceed twice. In fact, it can also be exceeded. But twice is actually enough for people who have strength training all year round. Understand? Our next question is protein. What I eat is even simpler. Meat can be used as your source of protein. The third suggestion is to walk. Really, walking can be said to be a very useful tool on the road to lose weight. It is best to use one of the most recommended points. I don't care if you are doing aerobics. I don't care if you are doing strength training. Or if you are aerobics, you can also do strength training. You can walk without conflict with them, you know? It just so happens that many people ignore this tool. There is also a walking that is particularly easy to stick to. Really, just walking. Walking will make your body easier to consume some fat reserves. And it is not like running that has some impact on our joints. For example, if you are an inactive person, walking 10,000 steps a day is not a big problem, right? It can also let you consume 200 to 300 calories more, about 300 or 400 calories. And the calorie-fat function ratio in about 300 or 400 calories can come to 60% to 70%. Note that the fat function ratio is so high, not sugar function. If you exercise, the sugar function ratio is generally 60% to 70%. Secondly, walking also helps control weight and improve cholesterol levels. This is helpful. There are also disorders of glucose and fat metabolism. And as I said just now, I don't care if you do aerobics or strength training. Walking does not conflict with them. Walking in your spare time is helpful for you. The fourth recommendation is strength training to avoid the body breaking down muscles. Because the fact is, as you lose weight, your muscle breakdown ratio, your protein breakdown ratio, and arguably, your gluconeogenesis ratio will gradually increase. In order to avoid the body breaking down muscles or too much muscle as an energy source, we need to ensure that we consume enough protein, as I have just said, and pay attention to strength training at the same time, so that the body is in a state of muscle protein synthesis and more time to lose some muscle. If it is not so ideal, your strength training quality is not so high, and you can still achieve that your daily protein synthesis is not inferior to your daily protein decomposition, so as to minimize my muscle loss during the weight loss process. You understand? The last sleep. You have to remember these numbers. Stop drinking black coffee 10 hours before going to bed, which is one reason why some people don't sleep well at night. Then the second number, the half-life of caffeine, is about 6 hours to 5 hours, generally. American black coffee contains 100 milligrams of caffeine, so we generally choose. If you are a person who doesn't sleep well at night, it is recommended to drink it around noon or 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then don't drink it again. Then people who don't sleep well suggest eating carbohydrates at night. Don't learn from others who don't eat carbohydrates at night. And don't skip dinner or eat dinner to lose weight. I've said that this is useful for weight loss, but it should be divided into people. People who don't sleep well are not suitable for you. You can't skip dinner, understand? So in fact, many tools are useful, but you didn't get the tools that should be suitable for you. For example, the dinner just mentioned is very good for some people to lose weight, but it may not work well for girls. What you should eat dinner, you should adjust it elsewhere. But I won't talk too much about the concept here. I will mainly tell you some specific operations. And then there is a very useful suggestion for sleeping, but it may be relatively difficult to operate. Put down your phone an hour before bed. Put down any of your electronic devices. really you adapt to a week, you will find that you fall asleep a lot easier because the blue light released by electronic products allows you to stimulate your dopamine secretion. And then dopamine and melatonin, they are antagonistic. That is to say, if there is too much dopamine, your melatonin will be less. And if there is less melatonin, you will not fall asleep easily. There is no drowsiness, so put down your phone and you will sleep well. That is the above 5 rules. If you do it, it is really not difficult to lose weight.